Hey everybody, Yankee here. I'm sure most of you know that the year 2023 is about over. We've got a couple more days left. And I thought, what better time to tell everyone out there, do a little video here on what I think is the best and worst firearm introduced in 2023. Now, I'm more comfortable with handguns, so I'm going to stick to handguns. So this is going to be kind of the best and worst handgun of 2023 edition. But I also want to hear from you guys what you think is the best and worst firearm of 2023 down in the comments section of this video. And you don't have to stick to handguns. You could do whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable judging. But like I said, with me, it's going to be handguns. And when it comes to the best and worst handgun of 2023, let's start with the bad news. Let's start with the worst handgun of 2023. And I'm going to start off with a runner-up. All right, the runner-up in the worst handgun category is the Kimber Micro 9 ESV. Now, this might surprise some people because I'm well known to like Kimber. I like Kimbers. I think they're good guns. I don't believe any of the internet BS about them. I've had too many of them and know too many people that have them. I know they're good guns and I like them. So it might surprise people that I think this one's awful. Well, one, I'm not the biggest fan of little micro guns in the first place. I mean, I like them as oddities, but I'm not a big fan of people carrying micro guns just because they're easier, because I don't think they're as capable. But that's not why I dislike this one so much. What I dislike about this is Kimber jumped on this trend of taking these little micro guns, stacking an extended magazine on them, putting big sights on them, sticking a compensator on the front of it to reduce the recoil of the little gun. But in the end, what you end up with is basically a full-size gun with all the drawbacks of a small gun and none of the benefits of a big one. Because here's the thing, yeah, the compensator might help recoil a little bit, but you know what would help more? Just being a bigger gun from the beginning. That weight of that compensator probably does more to help recoil on that gun than the actual comp does. So this is just what I think is a combination of things that don't need to be on this type of gun. Just carry a full-size gun if you're going to do this to one of your little tiny guns. Because you're not getting any of the real benefits of a big gun or a bigger gun. You're just getting looks, it's aesthetics, it's trendy, but it doesn't really do anything that's, good. It doesn't make the gun any better. In fact, it makes it worse. The Micro 9 is better just as a simple Micro 9 without all this stuff on it, because you're kind of defeating the purpose of the gun when you do this. I don't care how popular it is to do this to little guns. It's just a stupid idea. So therefore, this gun is the runner-up as the worst handgun of 2023. Hey everybody, before we continue here, I want to remind everyone we're still doing the Fur Friends Animal Fundraiser, the Fur Friends Animal Rescue Fundraiser for 2023. If you haven't donated yet, please go over to my website. There's a link in the upper corner of this video. It's TYMPpistolproject.com and donate. Donate what you can. $1, $2, $5, $20. Whatever you want to donate, you can donate. There's a link right over there on the page. You can donate directly, and for every $20 you donate, you'll get an entry into a drawing at the end of the fundraiser where I've just added a very special prize. And if you want to know more about that, come to our live chat. But go on over there, donate if you can. If you could donate and you haven't, why haven't you? The only excuse is I have absolutely no money as far as I'm concerned. The other excuse would be I don't like animals. If you don't like animals, get off my channel, because I don't want you watching me. But other than that, if you can donate at all, please go do so. Let's help save as many animals in need as we possibly can this year. All right, now as the worst handgun of 2023, you're probably also going to be surprised because this comes from one of my top 2 manufacturers, Smith & Wesson. And the gun that they produced this year that was an absolute stinking turd was the Smith & Wesson 5.7. This gun is just awful. Now, a lot of people out there are going to say, well, I'm not surprised you hate the 5.7. Well, those people are stupid. The people that actually can understand satire and can understand that there's a difference between having an actual point to a round and just being a fun gun, know that I actually like the 5.7s. I own a couple of them. They're fun. I wouldn't carry them. They're not what I would say is the ideal carry gun unless you're looking at long-range defense. But I like them. And I definitely like Smith & Wesson, but this gun is a stinker from top to bottom. When I first handled this gun at SHOT Show, I was so disappointed. I was like, how did Smith & Wesson ever allow this to become a production item? It's just so poorly designed. I literally thought I was holding a Kel-Tec. Thought I was shooting a Kel-Tec. It's crap. Every piece on it feels like you could just break it with your hands. When you look at it, it looks like it was fit together by a retarded chimpanzee. Just not well fit at all. Just the gaps this big between the frame and the slide. Gaps around the safety. Gaps are everywhere. Just awful. Around the mag release is what I was trying to say. Just horribly designed, horribly executed, and doesn't really have a point. And it's not as good as the Ruger or even the Palmetto State Armory Rock. You know, those guns are better put together than this one. So if Smith & Wesson is going to put out a 5.7, they should try to be at least as good or better than the other ones on the market. And they failed miserably. This gun, like I said, I can't let you know how much I dislike this gun. And that's why the Smith & Wesson 5.7 is the biggest stinker, the worst gun, the worst handgun of 2023. All right, in the runner-up position as best handgun, we have a gun that I don't think is going to surprise anyone when I choose this one, because you know I love the manufacturer and I love their guns, and it's the Beretta 80X. Now, I have the old Beretta Cheetah. I have the nickel-plated one, and I love this gun. It's awesome. It is one of the best 380 guns ever made. I've always said that. It's right up there with the SIG P230 and the PPK. So I've always said this is an excellent gun, and now Beretta has brought it back for a new generation, and they've tacti-cooled it up a little bit to make it more, I guess, desirable by the modern gun community. And they did it in a way that doesn't make the gun suck, surprisingly. They made some little tweaks here and there, make it a little more tacti-cool, as I said, but stuck to the basics of what made this one of the best 380 guns ever. So it's nice to see a really good backup gun, especially a backup gun if you carry a Beretta 92 or 96. This would be an awesome choice. Or if you just want a little tiny plinker to carry around, whatever. This gun is awesome. Like I said, it's one of the best 380s ever made. I would have loved to seen guns like this come out in 30 Super Carry, but I don't think we're going to see that happen, because I think that round is a dead horse at this point. But that's the gun I think is the runner-up for the best new gun of 2023. It's not technically a new gun if you consider the Cheetah being the same thing, but it is new. The 80X is a brand new line. It's just a brand new gun practically, but it keeps all the best features of the older model. So that's the runner-up for the best gun of 2023. All right, now we're to the big dog here, the best new gun of 2023, the best new handgun of 2023, and this is one that's probably going to not be on people's radar. I know that. A lot of people probably won't agree with me on this. I know that, but I fell in love with this gun the second I heard about it, fell deeper in love with it the first time I saw it, and then fell completely in love with it the first time I shot it. And it is the RIA 5.0. Now it's the 5.0E for, I don't know, extra special. I think it's enhanced is what it stands for. But it's just a few little changes to it. When the 5.0 originally came out, it just had two options. You could either have one with iron sights or one that came with a red dot already on it. Now you can get it with removable sights with a plate that you can put a red dot on it. So it's a little more versatile now. It's also a little more expensive than the cheapest model was with just the iron sights. But it's worth it. This gun is awesome. This gun blends simplicity, elegance, functionality, capability, reliability. It combines everything I like in a gun into one package. It's very simple and elegant. It shoots amazingly well. It has a recoil system that's a little bit unique. The barrel's actually kind of a square rectangle shape, and the recoil system, the locking block's actually towards the front of the barrel, and it does not tilt. It just goes straight back about, I don't know, I think it's 3/4 of an inch. So it has a really interesting recoil impulse, and it's very linear. In fact, I think that's what they call it, the linear recoil system. So this gun shoots fantastically well. It's got great capacity at 17+1. Like I said, the looks of it are just, to me, this is, mwah, you know what I'm saying? Just a beautiful gun. I'd make out with it if no one was watching. I might marry it if it was legal. That's how much I like this gun. I'm already married, so that would be polygamy, so I can't do that. But if I could, maybe I would, because this gun is awesome. So that's the #1 gun of 2023 to me. If you have not looked into this gun, look into it. And like I said, the 5.0E is even nicer looking. I like the serrations better. I like the fact that it has more options for the sights. And I still love the fact that it retained that specific linear recoil system with that squared barrel. Just an awesome gun. It feels great in the hand. It's got an aluminum body, a steel slide, and a polymer grip well and everything. So it's kind of like some of the other higher end Glock clones that have the aluminum bodies, but then have the polymers, kind of like the 2011s also in that way. But like I say, I think it's a much more elegant looking gun and a far better shooting gun. That's what I can't stress is how good this gun shoots because of that recoil management system. And like I said, the only downfall of it is it's 9mm. And I kind of hate to give the best gun award to a 9mm gun, but this gun deserves it. Like I said, if you haven't looked into it, look into it because it's awesome. It is the RIA 5.0E. If you haven't seen one or shot one, do yourself a favor and start looking. All right, everybody, there's my list of the best and worst handguns of 2023. I want to hear what you think are the best and worst firearms of 2023 in the comment section below. I look forward to reading your responses, and maybe we'll go over some of them in a future video, but that's my list for now. I hope you enjoyed it.